traffic accident. What should you do during a car accident? What about if you see a car accident? What steps should you do after a car accident if you are involved in a car accident? What should you do if you are not in a car accident but you see a car accident and see that people need help? Come next Monday and Ranger 92308 explains exactly what to do if you're in a car accident. What to
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Team Ranger 92308, also known as Mike the Ranger 92308. Today, we are discussing traffic accidents and what to do if you're involved in one or if you see one. So, today is about what to do after an accident has occurred. Hi, Popcorn Willie. Good to see ya. So, what should you do if you see or is involved in an accident? That is the discussion for man-made disaster today. First and utmost important, safety first. A lot of people have that are in car accidents tend to panic. And it is very, very wise to be sure not to panic. Panic kills. If you see an accident, or if you're in a car accident and you manage and is minor, move your vehicle out of traffic to a safe place. Put your car in park, turn off your vehicle, and turn on your hazard light. If you have them available, use cones, warning triangle, or flares for added safety. Second, get help. Check the injuries and call ambulance if needed, especially if in doubt. Call the police, even if the accident is minor. A police report can be invaluable to claim process and to help establish who is at fault. Make sure you get a police officer out there, because otherwise it'll be a he said, he did, they did, type of thing. The police department or sheriff's department state police or highway patrol can investigate the accident and determine who is at fault. Third, check for injuries. Make sure everybody's okay. And third, collect information from drivers and passengers' names if you're involved in the accident, and the contact information. Get a vehicle description, make, model, and year, and license plate number, along with the driver's license number of the people involved in the accident if you are involved, insurance company, and policy number. Also get names and phone numbers of eyewitnesses. That way you have witnesses to the accident, as well as document where the accident has occurred and, if possible, an address. And finally, get the police officer's name and badge number. Take photos. Most importantly, take photos of the accident, because it'll help you during the accident. One of the situations I was involved in, when I was in my 2005 rear end accident. I was a passenger, and I was rear ended by a big rig night's transportation. The driver was empty, had no trailer, was heading home for the weekend. It was Easter 2005, and he wasn't supposed to have anyone in that vehicle with him. Two things that helped us: one, we took photos of the accident, as well as his female passenger, who was his girlfriend, he claimed was not in the vehicle. But because my brother had a throwaway camera at the time, he took pictures of her climbing out of the truck, proving that she was in the vehicle and involved in the accident. The reason our accident occurred is because the driver had looked down to pick up a CD off the floor, and I even testified in court that, why didn't you ask her to grab it? Well, she wasn't in the truck. Yes, again, we got pictures of it, her in the truck. And he even said at the accident, he was asked in court why he didn't have her grab it, he said she wasn't in the truck. When I asked what happened at the accident, he said I reached down to pick up a CD that was on the floor. Never be distracted by anything when driving, be it text or trying to put. There was one lady that rear-ended a police officer while she was trying to put her makeup on. Never have anything distract you to cause an accident. So definitely those are some things to cover. Next, after you get information, again, just a reminder, the information and pictures you want are driver and passenger's name and contact information, vehicle description, make, model, year, and driver's license number or license plate number, insurance company and policy numbers, eyewitnesses, names, and contact information, accident scene location and or address if possible, police officer's name and badge number. Take photos of all vehicles involved at the accident scene if safe to do so. Do not sign any documents unless it's for the police or insurance agent. Very important that you do not sign anything and do not say, oh, it's my fault, or, let the traffic investigator do their investigation, figure out what happened. I'll give you an example like this. My sister was on highway and she was coming to a stoplight on Highway 395. She was in a Mazda Protege. A person in front of her decided they didn't want to go straight and they wanted to turn right. They had a pickup truck that was raised up. The pickup truck ended up going in reverse, literally shoving the hood into the windshield, and drove up on top of her car, and then started to turn. Well, they tried saying it was her fault because she was following too close. In reality, it was the person in front's fault because she put the car in reverse and went over top of her vehicle. Never ever say you're at fault. Let the police department do make the investigation. Always, always let them do the investigation. Never ever say you're at fault. Finally, make sure that you get roadside assistance. Roadside assistance to get your vehicle out of there. You do not want to leave it on the side of the road or in the middle of the road. And make sure you're able to get it out of there. If your vehicle isn't drivable, request for roadside service. A lot of people will, especially in a lot of states, state police, highway patrol, sheriff department, police department, have some type of roadside assistance towing company that can pull your vehicle to where you need to go. Make sure that you have some type of way to get your vehicle out of there for the safety of yourself as well as for others. Too many times people will leave their vehicles at the scene of an accident or they're broke down, so they'll leave their vehicles and the battery dies, the hazard lights go out, another car comes by, something runs out in front of them, they try to swerve, and guess what? They hit a vehicle that's parked on the shoulder with no lights on. So it is very important to make sure you can get your vehicle out of there. However, let's say you're not involved in a traffic accident, but you're a witness. Then you take the following steps. If you're not involved in an accident, but you see an accident, you take the following steps. Safety first. Check on people, make sure they're okay. Make sure that, check for injuries, check for any possible things that are going on. Talk to the people. Make sure that they're alert. If they're not alert and they can't answer right, they're probably in shock. They need a paramedic or an ambulance. Call the police because if they're, maybe distraught and shocked, don't know what to do, get the police out there for them. Always important that you get a police out there, especially if you see an accident and nobody's called the police. Because sometimes people get real frustrated in an accident and it can tend to get physical. It's best to get a police officer out there and make sure there's someone out there with authority that can help. Next, after you do that, if you can see the person's really hurt and nobody's there to help the people out by getting them other people involved accident uh, information. Help them out in that way. Make sure that they can get that information. If you have to, even ask them, where did that person go? If they're hurt, you can always deliver the stuff to the hospital they go to. So also get, again, vehicle description. So like driver's license number, license plate number, or whatever for that person so that they have the information. as well as you can collect the insurance company and policy number to help that person who is hurt and cannot collect that information. And you too can help by taking the pictures. That'll help out tremendously if that person is not able to do anything for themselves. Again, part of the reason we were able to be safe was because of the fact that somebody was out there that day that saw the accident. They pulled over to help. They gave my brother a throwaway camera that he could take pictures and document things for us. My cousin was the driver at the time, and he did not have, he would, the big rig hit us so hard that it broke his neck. They asked him what year it was. He said 2003, 2004. In reality, it was 2005. My cousin was in shock. He couldn't move it, turn his neck, and he had to stay there until they got him a neck collar and got him out of the pickup truck, because the pickup truck had literally folded up like this. The front wheels were here and the back wheels were here, but the pickup truck was folded up like that. But thankfully, like I said, somebody saw the accident. They pulled over. They gave us a throwaway camera, and my brother was able to document everything to help us when it came time for court. Finally, make sure that you get the officer's name and any business card. Most officers carry a business card, or get his name and badge number and the location of where it's at. That will be very valuable information for the people involved if the person is hurt and taken away by paramedics. They will appreciate it in the end when you take all that information and give it to them. And if the person is hurt, until the paramedic can get there, and if you have knowledge on how to do first aid, try and comfort the person. Keep them calm until help can arrive. Like I said, panic kills. Don't let the person panic. When they panic, they tend to flail about, try doing things that they shouldn't be doing, which can either get them killed or hurt even more. Very serious situation. Go ahead and say hi to people real quick. Hi, Donna Reed Love. Good to see you. Hi, Jeff Teresa. Good to see you. Hey, Muscle Man. Good to see you. But it's very important to make sure that you get this following information. It is very short, but to the point on what to do if you are in an accident. Hey, Boss Life Online. So, in review, just remember to always do the following things. Safety first. If your vehicle is damaged but still operable, move the vehicle out of traffic. Second, check for injuries and call the police department and make sure whatever help is needed is needed. Third, collect information. Drivers and passengers' names and contact information. Vehicle description, make, model, year, driver's license number or license plate number. Insurance company and policy number. Eyewitness names and contact information. Accident scene, location, or address. Police officer's name and number. Take photos of all vehicles involved and the accident scene if it is safe to do so. Do not sign any documents unless it is for the police or insurance agency. And never say you're at fault. Always let the police do their investigation to determine. Get roadside assistance, get the vehicles out of there. Never leave your vehicle there, and always make sure you have help. Exactly. Safety and help. Very, very important and to the point. Because you always want to be safe and avoid any further problems. This is a short one, but to the point. And if you have first aid or first aid knowledge, that will be great. Especially since if the people are hurt, you want to try and help them as much as possible until the proper medical people can show up, like emergency medical technicians, EMTs. You want to make sure if they're really hurt that you try and help with the bleeding and stuff. You do not want this person bleeding out. You want to make sure that they are cared for until the proper authorities can get there. It's also best to have first aid and CPR knowledge. Hopefully, you never have to use it, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Also, good to carry a first aid kit in your vehicle, along with emergency blankets and stuff like that, because you never know when you're going to need these items. Very, very, very important to have these. Like I said, these are short but straight to the point on man-made disaster traffic accident. I hope this helped you and appreciate each and every one of you for being here. This is what's coming up on next Monday.
Man-made disaster, burglary. What can you do to minimize burglaries and possibly prevent them? What should you do if someone is trying to burglarize your house while you are there? What should you do immediately after a burglary has taken place and you are a victim of a crime? What can you do to better prepare and minimize burglaries? Come this Monday as Ranger 92308 tells you how to do these following things. Thank you. Have a good day.
That is next Monday. I'm thankful that you all are watching this. I'm doing a series called Disaster Preparedness Studies. So far, I have covered basic disaster preparedness supplies. I've covered rabies and dog bites. Now I've covered um, traffic accidents, and I will continue this series because I want to make sure that all my subscribers know exactly how to handle these. These are very important videos. Cannot stress enough about carbon monoxide, traffic accidents, rabies, and basic disaster preparedness supplies. If you have not seen them, please feel free to check those out because I'm going to continue to do this series. A lot of people ask me, why am I called Ranger 92308? Well, now you're learning why. Because I am, in fact, a person and knowledge of how to prepare as well as how to respond after man-made disasters, natural disasters have occurred. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope to see you next week as we go through burglary prevention and how to respond if you have a burglary. Have a good day. I am Ranger 92308 and appreciate each and every one of you. Don't be a stranger to the Ranger, and I'll see you next Monday.